in Italy, where the coronavirus death toll has jumped to more than 100 and the number of cases has topped 3,000, schools across the country will be closed beginning Thursday until March 15th. It's a dramatic step aimed at stopping the spread of the virus. Italy's prime minister says his country's health system is at risk of being overwhelmed as it tries to contain Europe's worst outbreak.
Sono assolutamente d'accordo, anzi auspicavo questo.
I completely agree with the measure, says this doctor who lives in Rome, because I fear an outbreak at my child's school, even if we're dealing with an age group that doesn't seem to be at risk, but they could be carriers. And Italy is preparing to go even further, as officials reportedly consider a ban on public events altogether, including at places like movie theaters and sport venues, gatherings that don't allow people to keep a distance of at least 1 meter from each other. According to Reuters, the measure would also ask Italians to avoid physical contact like hugging or shaking hands.
Io continuo, non...
These two say they'll continue to kiss and hug and won't be stopped by the virus. So far, COVID-19 has been mostly contained to Italy's north, where many towns have been put into virtual quarantine. And the country's tourism industry fears losing millions of visitors, a devastating economic blow. To another grim coronavirus milestone, this one in Japan, where the total number of cases has hit 1,000, most of them linked to the Diamond Princess cruise ship. And with just 5 months to go before Tokyo's Summer Olympics, the head of the International Olympic Committee says the words cancellation and postponement were not mentioned during the latest IOC meeting.
This is severely crazy.
And in Australia, where fears over the virus have some stocking up and emptying shelves, supermarket chains are now putting limits on purchases of toilet paper. Now, the vast majority of COVID-19 cases and deaths remain in China, where the outbreak started. In the U.S., California reporting the country's first coronavirus death outside of Washington state. Health officials in California say the person who died was an elderly adult with underlying health conditions who was likely exposed during international travel on a Princess cruise ship that departed from San Francisco to Mexico. And they remind us most cases of COVID-19 exhibit mild or moderate symptoms. For City News, I'm Melissa Duggan.